Well, hello everybody, and thank you again for stopping by Two-Handed Board Gaming. My name is David, and today we are going to be doing a playthrough of Gloomhaven Buttons and Bugs. I've had this for a little bit of time. I actually just unboxed it, didn't record it, just wanted to see what was going on inside this really cool new Gloomhaven game. And I don't know if you noticed, I'm zoomed out really far. This is actually a really big game. And these are not just a pair of tiny hands. So, I'm sorry. So, let's see what's in the box, right? As we set it up. So, don't pay attention to the two little hands here. Because this is two-handed board gaming, and I figured it's about time we actually covered a board game. And I do need two hands to pick this up. Okay. Enough of that shtick. That was a silly shtick. Okay, so, oh my god, do you see the difference? I still need two hands, right? Oh my god, okay. Alright, so, what do we get in this lovely little piece of kit here? So, solo game, obviously. So 6 unique mirror scenarios, each with a set of miniatures and character cards, 8 double-sided ability cards, 22 scenarios, so actually a lot of content, and with, little mini battle maps, 24 condition tokens, and then 10 double-sided monster stat cards featuring the 20 distinct foes. So, I mean, think about that. That's quite a bit of content for a solo player that's looking to get into Gloomhaven, or any current veteran Gloomhaven players that haven't had enough already. So this is Gloomhaven Buttons and Bugs from Cephalofair Games, and let's dig into here. All right. Oh, okay. So this is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna set it up and see how quickly we can table this thing, and then I'll come back and you'll see how long that takes. Maybe in an expedited manner. All right, here we go. So, one of the interesting things about this Gloomhaven, which I was about to say the new Gloomhaven, I guess it is the new Gloomhaven, but one of the interesting things is that you have 8 cards okay, let me take that back. You have 4 cards, but you have 2 sides, obviously. So the difference now is you can flip your cards from A to B. So everything starts on A. So let's just pretend I'm playing these 2 cards right here. So you get Warding, Strength, and Shield Bash. Okay, so we play these 2 cards. All right. End of the round, these 2 will be flipped back over to their B side, and I'll be able to grab these again. Okay, so they come back into my hand. I still have a full hand of cards. Excuse me. And now, let's just pretend, let's pretend I have an A's. Now, I play an A and a B, okay? So I play this A and a B, and so I would be able to pick up the A card. However, the B card is now discarded, right? So I have to discard that regardless. Now, when I take a rest, so in Gloomhaven you can take rest. You can take long rests and short rests. Now, when I take a rest, this card will come back into my hand, but as it comes back into my hand, it turns back to A, right? And then obviously your rest, for a short rest, you have to take a random card and pitch it. So I would randomly lose a card, and that's gone permanently. It's gone for the rest of the game. So, but now, I think that gives you a little bit of idea of how the cards work. So, and here we go. So, I'll orient you really sort of quickly to the layout of the board. I'm fumbling around with this, but hey, guess what? This is what I do, you know. So, you can fumble along with me or not, you know, obviously your choice. Okay, so you've seen the character card. This right here is my health tracker. So the Bruce has got 12 health. This right here, this card right here, actually is also associated with my character as well. And as you go along, this will be this will determine sort of the possibilities for combat. So let me explain that a little bit better. So normal Gloomhaven, you have a card deck that shows you the damage, so you would draw. But however, Buttons and Bugs uses a die right here. So this is my tracker for damage. And so I would roll the die. All right, so I got an X. All right, so that tells me, I'm sorry, I got a plus sign, right? So this tells me if I was performing an attack, right? Let's just grab one of these cards. If I use this as my attack card, I would do 3 damage, and then I would also get a +1 because of the plus that I rolled over here. Now, what happens? Next round, this goes down 1 peg. See how that works? And then we do it all over again. So I roll, oh, look at that. A 0, or nil, or circle, however. So doesn't subtract from whatever card damage I was doing, but it's you know, just it is what it is on the face value of the card. So and then as you get to the very bottom here, you would then start right back up at the top again. Now if I'm messing that up, I'm sorry, but I believe that is correct. All right, so I've given you orientation to my sort of combat tracker, and then if we come over to our bandit here, I'm sorry, it's a bandit guard. This is our enemies for this first scenario, or first skirmish here. So how we track the AI is use the same thing. So I would roll, you know, this after I determine what my initiative is, right? Oh, another plus. So now I move this over to here, and this is going to dictate how the AI reacts to us. So the AI is going to go a little bit slower on this turn. So they're going on 70. I don't know if you can see that. Still probably can't see that. I'm going to pull it up real quick just so you can see it. So their initiative is 70. Okay. And then on his turn, or their turn, they can move 2. So they can move 2 of these little hexes here. And he would, if he gets near me, he can do 2 on the damage. Well, right, so he does 2 damage. And then we also roll a die. No, I'm sorry. And we've already determined that. So yes. So that is, he would do 2 damage to me. This shows you their starting health. And then this particular enemy has an armor of 1. So anything that I'm going to do to them, they will automatically subtract 1 from the damage. So pretty nifty there. I think that gives you overall, and then obviously here is the trackers. That's not one. That's not what I need. These are the health trackers for our first 2 enemies. So, and then if you look a little bit closer, and we'll try and zoom in once more. Not to that one. I'm going to try and pick this up without dropping everything. That's okay. So what we have here is our scenario. We have an enemy on the green, X, right? So that's a bandit guard. And then I've got one on the blue, represented by the blue cube, right? So those are my enemies. And here is my little little guy here. Not a great view, but you know, it's actually pretty cute for their size. So, and you'll start on the sort of the downward arrow pointing here with the white rectangle. Now, the guard for example, he's blocked. I can't get to him directly, so he's got this swords, you know, and I don't know what that is. Like a hole in the ground here. And then this is a trap. And then there's a something blocking here. Another blocking hole item, and then this is another trap. So as you can see, it's a little bit, you know, you're going to have to move around tactically to sort of get to your enemies. Oh, look at that. That's sad. All right, so but we will put this back down, and I will reset our board and try to make things a little more presentable as we go along. But again, this takes up no space. It might look like it takes up a lot of space, but it doesn't. I can promise you. You know, the size of my hand is how big this, you know, this area takes up. So you don't need a lot of space to play, and then I think that's the fun thing about it. You know, hopefully you saw how quickly I could get it set up as well. All right. Well, if you're with me for the long haul, we will get a game going. Okay. And we will do that here just in 1 second. I'll grab my cards and we will try to get everything presentable. Oh, and I will go ahead and read our scenario to you. So, all right. All right, I don't know if you can see this, but we'll do our best. All right, so this is called The Shrinking Feeling. What a time for Gloomhaven. Oh, you know what this is? This is funny. So this is like what comes before the scenario, but I can read it to you anyway. So because what it does is it's to my understanding is you're going to get an item from this little sort of introduction. So, all right. So, what a time in Gloomhaven. First, a black tornado from a void nearly destroyed the city. Then there were the reports that there was essence of corruption trying to end everything. But all's well that ends well. And at the center of both events, hail a mysterious Aether who lives in a derelict tavern, the Crooked Bone. It is said she can turn anyone into a hero, exactly what you want to be. Sure, you don't have to have a lot of training, but put in the right front of the, geez Louise, but put it, oh, for God's sake, but put in front of the right adventure, you'd get the acclaim that is due to you. So with the bold purpose, you step across the threshold of the Crooked Bone, and no, that's not right. Everything is growing. Why is the doorway so large? Why are you so small? Is this some art of Aether enchantment? You've been shrunk. So play scenario 1, a rude welcome. And so that gives us an introduction. And to my knowledge, it also gives us what is called a bottle cap helm. So during an enemy's attack, treat its attack modifier as a 0 attack modifier. So that's cool. So you would tap this so to use it, and if they had a attack, it would not get any bonuses depending on where, you know, if it's on that plus side. So this is pretty cool. So that will start with us. And where do we go next? Okay. And then I need to actually find the actual adventure. Not there, not there. Not there, not there. We are lost in the sauce. They are trying to find... Oh, I know why I can't find it, because you know why? How silly of me. The scenario is actually flipped. I flipped it over because the map that it's fought on, or, you know, adventured through, is actually the board with all the sort of tokens and your miniature, or the cubes. So this is the first scenario, a rude welcome. Here is our scenario. So, scenario 1, a rude welcome. Got some fancy gear there. You whirl around, taking in your familiar yet unfamiliar surroundings. Your attention settles on a scruffy character behind you, luckily on par with your diminutive stature. Nice and shiny, like it's never been used. Hand it all over and I'll let you live. Well, that simply won't do. Your gear is unused, but there's really only one solution for that. So, this scenario, we've got monsters, bandit guards, and the goal is to defeat all the monsters. And so that is the section that we use. So we'll take this back down to our board here, and we will place back our bandits. Place the bandits. And then we place our bruiser. And I think we may finally be able to go, right? So I say that now, but I don't know if that's true. So let's see if we can. Oh, sorry about that. Oh, yeah, and let's get this. This is a good view right here. Okay, so let's go to our cards. This is our hand. This is what we have. It's what we have to choose from. Look at the state of things here. I think let's contemplate. Oh, we're on the wrong side anyway. I need to be on A, and that's a B, so I need to be on A. Okay. So I think we're going to. Should we do a leaping cleave? No, that's not it. I think it's maybe a This you have to discard. I don't want that. If I'm correct in my thinking, that should be a. Is that a discard? Yeah, I believe that's a discard. So if I'm wrong, we know. Okay. We are 1, 2, 3. You know what? I think we use Shield Bash. I think we're going to use Shield Bash. And I think we're going to use... Ooh. Shield Bash. And then Spare Dagger. Okay. So with that said, do we want to go first? I think we want to go first. So we'll go ahead and take the 15, right? So that'll be our initiative. Okay. So our other cards will just sit down for now. And then we'll go ahead and roll for our bandit guards. I don't know if you saw that. Okay, but it's a minus. So it stays here. They will go on 30. So we go before them. I'm going to use... What am I going to use? Okay. Man, that would have been a good one. Because I like that wound there. I could move 2, but I wouldn't be able to get to anybody, so that's not going to work. So I think we're going to go ahead and use our 4 movement. So we're going to go, which is this card. We're using this. So we're going to use we'll put that over here. And we'll just go ahead and flip it. That way we know that we have to bring it in as a B. So we'll go 1, 2, 3, 4. Yep. Right there. And we're going to do a base attack. Now this I could have hit him from, actually I could have just moved a little bit and went across these 2 barriers in the trap. But now we're going to roll to see what we get as far as our attack. We'd like a plus, and I get 1, so that's +1 damage. So that brings it to 4. So 1 + 3, and then I have to account for the armor, so he's going to take 3 damage. So number 2 take 3 damage because he would have taken 4, but he has armor. So, all right, he's down to 5. Okay. All right, now our bandits are going to activate, and they are going to move 2, attack 1, and oh, you know what? He took 1 less because he had 2 armor. Now, if you saw that, this indicates that's sort of a bonus to his armor for this round. So. He will move. He doesn't have to move, so then he's just going to attack me. He'll attack me for 1, and so I suffer a point of damage. There we go. Okay. All right, all right. Oh yeah, and then our fellow over here is gonna move 2. He's gonna, oh, he's gonna 1, 2. So he's all the way back here. That's fine. I don't mind him being there. All right. So I've played my 2 cards. They're both flipped over to the B side now. I pick my hand up, and then these 2 will come back into my hand. And so now I have 2 A's and 2 B's. Now is the strategy to then just play 2 A's, so that way I then have, yeah, I think that maybe it is. I don't know. First time playing, not exactly sure, but I think we might do that anyway. Some of y'all are probably yelling at me like, what are you doing? Oh, and just so you know, we're not playing right now because there are sort of there's an element, elements, like Gloomhaven, there's elements that you can infuse, and at the moment we are not infusing anything. I really messed up here. I definitely messed up, I think I did something wrong. Did I do something wrong? Yeah, because the enemy is supposed to have, they're supposed to have a card themselves, right? Do you see that? I'm supposed to sort of roll randomly for them as well. Okay. Well, let's just pretend that didn't happen. But, you know, here's the thing. You know, if I don't make mistakes, you can't learn from my mistakes unless I'm making them for you. So you can learn from me and realize that the enemy has to have their own, you know, attack board, which I should have, you know, in fact, I think I went over it, but all right. Silly me, silly me. Okay. Anyway, let's get back to the start of things. Okay, so all the cards are back. I'm gonna go ahead and see what I can do. I'm just throwing this down on the ground. We're gonna see what happens, right? We're sort of, all right. So, what does warding strength do? Well, I can see here it does. It's a 3 attack, right? What is that other symbol? Well, that other symbol is, what is that other symbol? That other symbol there. Oh, it's a push. Oh, and force target to move away. So this is a push too. And I also strengthen myself by performing this attack here. This is pretty good. So, and I guess sort of what happens next will determine. So yeah, so those are the 2 cards I'm playing. What we have to go for now is we need to then roll to see what initiative they're going to go on. Oh, okay. And I'm going to choose to go on, try and go on 32. They are going on 70, which I'm okay with that. And then here, this should be here. So even though I didn't use this last round, this indicates their, the next level. So you're going to go down just like we are going to go down here. So now I'm on the second one. They're on the second one. So they have the potential of doing +2 damage this time, as do I. So, all right. So I will act first because I've declared an initiative 32. I could have declared 54. I still would have gone before the 2 guards. We're going to go ahead and perform warding strength. You know what, let's go ahead and do it because, you know, I'll sort of tell you a little bit about, I'm going to go ahead and put the strength token, strengthened token on my card. So now I'm strengthened. And then what does strengthen do? God, tell us. Well, strengthen is an advantage on all attacks. Remove it at the end of next turn. Guess what? You know what that does? You know what that does for us? That means I get to roll this twice. Isn't that awesome, right? And then I take the best one. So I'm now flipping strengthened. All right, so the question is, though, as I play this, right? Yeah, so now I get to roll, right? Yeah, because I played it. Now I'm going to roll, and I get a 0. I don't want that. I'm going to roll again. I'm going to take the best, right? I want a plus. I get a minus, but I take the best, right? So I'm going to take the 0. So it doesn't give me any bonuses, but I don't get any negatives either. So the guard will suffer 3 damage and be pushed. But he does have 1 armor. And so he'll soak that and he'll take only 2. So that brings him down to 4. So guard number 2 is down to 4. Okay. All right, I think we're getting in the flow of this. Just so you know, like, again, this is my first time playing this, Buttons and Bugs. So, I'm making some mistakes, but I think we're keeping it mostly together here. So, judgment-free zone, right? Okay. All right, so now I've done that, and now the guards will act. So they're going to move 2 and attack 2. That's right, I pushed him. So where do I want to push him, this is the question. Where do I want to push him? I think I will push him, and I might get this wrong, but I think I push him here, but I don't think he can go this way. So I think he goes here. And then on his turn, what he would actually do is then he would then move 2. So now he's back next to me, and he's going to, so now he's going to go and attack. And what will he get? He gets a minus, which I'm okay with, because that's -1 damage. And so I only take a point of damage from that. Now, if I had some armor, I might be able to soak it. I don't. So I'm down to 10. And then his buddy back here is going to move 2. He'll go 1, 2, and he's still a decent ways away from me. And that is the second turn. So we'll go ahead and put these down in their next slots. And then now, if I'm doing everything correctly, which I may not be, I should now have 4 cards. 4 cards in my hand. And now this is the situation where, as I discard, so these cards will be discarded. Right. So if I play these, they'll be gone. So let's look to see what we have here. We have the first guard down to 4 damage. Look, I've got an unstoppable charge. That could be pretty serious, right? That'd be pretty good. I think that's what I do, because now that what I'm looking at, I see this other card, which is, so I've got unstoppable charge, the potential for 4 damage, and then I've got on the bottom half is a repair or heal 2, and I really like that, because I'm not even gonna move, so yeah, I like that. So. And just so you know, that's what I was talking about earlier. The infusion, that would infuse the element of nature. I can't remember what the name of it is, but it is, yes, it is that for now. We'll worry about that on our second game, the elements. But for right now, that's all right. So these are the 2 cards we're going to play. And these are B cards. And now the enemies, how are they? Oh yeah, so our initiative, I'm going to decide to go first because I want to go on 18, and they are going to go on a 0. So that takes this back here. So the AI is using an initiative of 50. So they're going to move and have attack of 2. All right. So, but luckily I go before them on 18, and I will then attack for 4. But we need to then roll to see what we get. Maybe we'll get a bonus. Hopefully no negatives. And I don't want a minus because I think that will completely whiff the attack. Look at that. Look at that. +1. Overkill. 5 damage. This enemy goes away. And we'll put you to nothing. Yeah, done. Yeah, done. Okay. All right. So now and we use the bottom of this card. So we're going to heal 2. So go back up to 12. I like it, right? Back up to 12. All right. And then if you're a complete noob, obviously, this is how these cards work, right? And I don't know if I already said this, but if you're a complete noob, that's a degrading term. Shouldn't say that. If you're new to this, you're going to select the top of one of these cards, and then the opposite card, you will select the bottom. So, or vice versa, right? So, I don't get everything here. I'm only getting the top of one and the bottom of the other card, and then the initiative I get to choose, right? So, Oh, luckily I didn't use this one because that'd be discarded. All right, anyway. So these cards now go into my discard pile as their Bs, right? Okay. We're coming to a point where we're going to have a short rest here, right? So, but, oh, I digress. I haven't gone with their other, yeah, so I'm going to hit myself. He has to act. This guard has not acted, so he will move 2. 1, 2. He is now next to me. And he will now try and attack. 4. Guess what? He missed. He whiffed. That's what that symbol right there, man. He misses. Nothing gets through. So, good for him. I mean, good for me, bad for him. Okay. All right. Okay. Did I completely... Oh, no, I did use the strengthen. Okay. All right. Now, I've got 2 cards left, right? Because the 2 cards here have been discarded because they're now on their B side, so they have to be discarded. And I'm going to play these 2. So I've really got no choice. So I'm going to play Skewer and Overwhelming Assault. Oh, my lord. Ooh, that's like... Although he's got 8, but... Man, do I use it now? Do I use it now? I don't think I use it now. I think I just go for sort of a... I mean, if I use it now... You know what? No guts, no glory. You know, we're going to go ahead with the Overwhelming Assault. And then this other one is going to give us 1 armor. Now we've got... So, okay, so new round, right? So those are the 2 cards I'm playing. Let's roll for see what the guard's AI track will be. He's going to minus, so he's going on 30, right? And it doesn't matter, right? So our choice is 35 or 61. Okay, we'll go on 35, whatever. All right, so he's going to get to go before I get to go, which means that he will do, well, he'll try and do, oh, and we got to move this down. And we got to move this down track. All right. So now he's going to try and attack. He gets a plus, and so he's going to get +1 damage to his 2 damage against me. I've got nothing. Oh, by the way, my strengthen goes away. I believe that only lasts for 1 round. And so yes, I will take 2 damage, so I'm back to 10. Yeah, pretty beefy. Not getting that hurt, right? So, and then when I strike back though, he is going to have armor plus armor. So when I go to hit him with this 6, I'm hoping I get some bonus damage. We'll see. So let's go ahead and roll. No whammies. No whammies. Got a whammy. So I'm -1 on my attack. So I'm going to be -1, so that's 5. -2 armor, or plus, he's got +2 armor. So he's only going to end up taking 3 damage, and that's unfortunate. So we'll go ahead and take his dial down to 5. And what I've done in this case is I've actually burned, this card is gone permanently. I might have screwed myself. Maybe not. Maybe so. So now in this case, I don't have any cards in my hand, so I have to take a short rest or a long rest. I'm going to go ahead and take a short rest because now I'll have to pitch one of these cards randomly, right? So I'm going to have to pitch one of these randomly. So I'm not going to look. Okay, you're looking. I'm not looking. I'm looking. I'm just going to grab one. Okay, so this card right here. This gets pitched because that's what happens on a short rest. So I have to get rid of a card. So that goes away. So it leaves me, now the Bs go back, switch back over to their A side. And this is what I have to play. So he's got 5 damage. I've got an attack that can do 3, hit multiple targets. And then if we're playing with the, next game, we'll play with the elements. Wind would be infused, I think. Air, wind. And then warding strength. That would do, ooh, interesting. Oh, you know what? You know what? No, I won't reach him. I was trying to see if I could push him back into that trap over there, but I cannot. Oh, but I can, I believe, push him to this trap right here. If I'm wrong on this, you know, yell at me. But that's how I'm gonna play it. Hope I ain't cheating. Hope I ain't cheating. All right, so here we go. Here we go. All right. So let's see what his AI will be for this. Staying the same. And then we have to drop to our next level. Right there. And we'll drop over here. And we each have the potential of doing double damage to each other. So that's interesting. Okay. He is going to go on 30. I'm going on 32. He goes first. So what's he going to do? No plus. Oh my god, he did a plus. Okay. So he is doing, all right, you know, it could have been worse. Like, he's only doing 2 points of damage, even with the double damage. So I am down to 8. I am down to 8. Oh, not 18. I'm down to 8. Where is this thing going? Where's my 8? I don't know. Where? Oh, I got a, oh my gosh. It's double-sided. Such a goof. All right, I'm down to 8. All right. I'm down to 8, and I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to hit him with the, oh, and this is going to strengthen me, right? So hitting him with the 3 attack, it's going to push him, right? So let's see what our 3 attack, give me double, give me double. I don't do double, oh, but, oh, I've got strengthen. Let me put that token back on because I gain it for doing this, right? Oh, and that's, oh, that's fine. Okay, he's just going to take 3 damage. That's all right. Takes 3 damage. All right. The guard is getting lower there. All right, so 3 there. I can push him. Does it benefit me, though? Does it benefit me to push him? Because then I have to move into contact. I don't think you have to push. Oh, no, that's right, because I was going to push him into the trap. Boop. No. Yes, I push him 2 because it goes 1, 2, and as he hits the trap, he takes a point of damage. I hope I'm right on that. And then that's it. That's turn. That's round. So now these A's, they turn to B's, but they come back into my hand, right? But this is it, right? This is all I've got. I've got to finish him this round. I think I can. I should be able to, I hope. Okay. All right, so, well, no guts, no glory, right? So, all right, so here we go. I've got a 4 attack. I should be good on this. And then I'm going to move 2, and I'm going to decide I'm going to go on initiative 18. Now for our AI, our guards, all right, he's switching back over to the plus. Okay, so he's going on initiative 70. I will go first. Boop. Boop. I'm right next to him. So I use that. We're going to see what kind of damage we can do with our unstoppable charge. Oh, Lord. And that stinks. All right, yeah, look at this. So, you know, this is interesting. So I'm now... Oh yeah, I've really, yeah, I think I've lost this. I think I might have lost this first scenario. This is sad. Okay, just by me using, okay, well, we can talk about this later. But, so, this was supposed to drop down. So right now, my attack is a minus, and that means it's -2 to it. However, so that 4 becomes a 2. You tracking? He has an armor. Of 1, and it only takes 1 point, and he still has a point of damage left, right? And he would go, right? So on his turn, he strikes back, right? Let's see what he does, just to sort of play through. And that would be a nothing, right? It's nil. But I would take 2 damage. That drops me to 6. And then, because I've played both of these, right? I'm exhausted. I am now exhausted because if I take a short rest, I can pull these back, but I then have to pitch a card, right? Because it's at random, and you can't stay alive with only one card. I can't continue. So, well, that's good, right? So what you've seen now is that, me exhausting that, we're like throwing away that one card, a little earlier, ended my game here, where if I hadn't done that, I do believe I could have outlasted. Yeah, this card right here, when I spent that 6 attack, right, that went away permanently. So, what do you think? What do you think? I mean, here's the deal. It's Gloomhaven, right? It's got the same aesthetics. It's got the same mechanics for the most part. It's in a tiny package, a miniature package here. And let me know what you think. I know you're yelling at me because I really screwed the pooch on that one. That's, hey, sometimes we just take chances, right? And you gotta roll the dice, and you gotta see what happens. Literally roll the dice. Oh, that's it. I thank you for sticking along, if you stuck with me this whole time, and me rambling through Gloomhaven Buttons and Bugs. Hopefully you like this. I'm gonna play a little bit more. Obviously I'm gonna play more, but if this is something you would like me to actually do again, I can definitely play some more games, and then hopefully this one didn't I know I went a little bit longer because I was sort of trying to explain things as I went along, but again, not a lot of space here. Sorry, using my hands. Not a lot of space here. It's a fun game. I'm gonna play a game where I just use the little hands, right? Because it's a little game. You gotta have little hands. No, so that's it. Enough of me goofing off. I appreciate you guys stopping by. I'm really enjoying doing this type of content. If this is something that you want to see in the future, please let me know. Like and subscribe if that's your thing. Thanks again for the official two-handed board gaming introduction of actually having a board game on the channel, so that's good. The channel's name is Two-Handed Board Gaming, yet somehow you've managed to do not a single video about board games. I'm unsubscribing you. No, okay, don't do that. No, stick around. Lots of more board games to come in the future. That's it. Appreciate it. My name's David. This is Two-Handed Board Gaming, and I'll talk to you guys later. Have a wonderful, wonderful day.